Alright, welcome to my second invention. I hope you've watched my first invention and laughed at how nervous and stuttering I was, but hey, I feel a little bit better. I've been behind the camera for a minute now, so I'm feeling a little bit better. So we'll go on to my second invention. And my second invention is something simple that someone should have came up with a really long time ago. And it just consists of basically a tracking device for your gun. And before you all snap, and I know how you are, I don't want the government tracking me, oh my god, this is not something standard. They're not going to issue it to 11 million guns, It's not going to happen. It's something you would purchase on your own. And the benefit of this is you go on vacation, come back, and I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the pawn shop looking for guns or the gun shop looking for guns, and I've seen on the door flyers that say, my house has been robbed, I lost 14 guns, blah blah blah, I've seen $10,000 rewards. I mean, they seem to be a new one up every week, and so we want to prevent that. And what I've created here, we have a regular magazine, and I've cut the spring down, and the spring used to be this long, and I've cut this much off of it. I don't know if you can see that very good or not, but I've cut a little bit off of it, and I've got a little housing here that a GPS unit can be put in, and it can track your gun. So if you come home and your guns are gone, and you call the cops, and the cops are going to tell you, unless it turns up in a crime, we're probably not going to find your gun, sorry. That's the standard issue, what the cops say. When your house is broken into and your guns are gone, is tough luck, it sucks to be you. But the bad thing is, and it's one of my biggest fears, is, those guns are going to be used in other crimes too, And I'd feel real horrible if someone got shot with my guns, or even police for that matter. I hate to even say it, but that's just our worst nightmare. That just creates more gun laws and ruins families, and we're going to avoid it right now. So what we have here is a regular clip, and you'll put the spring back in it, and this will be form-fitting, so it will slide right in. And once you have that in, put your base plate on. Of course it does it wrong. Okay, let's try that again. There we go, now it's going to go. Okay, so there's your clip. And it leads, and you can even put a round in it. And it looks just like a regular clip. It'll only weigh a little bit more than a regular clip, but not enough that anyone would notice. And do not use rounds in them. If this device gets made, it'll have 50,000 warnings on it. Warning: the shock from shooting the gun will disvalue the GPS, So do not, When a gun recovery occurs, I'm sure it'll be within 12 hours. So, got your regular clip, or magazine, and then it goes in the gun, just like normal. Now, I've already cleared this, of course. Now, if you use my other system, you will have total defense, because let's say the criminal pulls the gun and he realizes the lights come on, and now he freaks out and he runs. Well, he's going to take the gun with him, and this is going to lead the cops right back to his house, and he's going to get caught, I guarantee you. But even if you don't have this system, it's very important to keep track of your guns, and if I can't talk you into consciously being a human and thinking about the lives at stake, I can talk to you about money. And, guns, it's very easy for them to be well over $1,000, and if you've got a whole stash of them, you better be careful, because, you're going to be out 20 grand, And not only that, of course I've already mentioned all the bad things that'll happen on the streets, with your weapon. So that's basically it, really. And this will also be available for rifles, either a shotgun or an actual rifle. And I didn't make a demo because I didn't want to bring my gun. I didn't, for a demo. This I could buy a new spring, no problem, but I didn't want to buy a new butt pad. So what we'll do is we'll take off the 2 screws and take off the rubber butt pad. And once we have the butt pad, we'll have the outline of a butt pad, and in it will be a tube that long. And that'll all be attached. It'll be a T shape, and it'll just be ready to go in. Now, you'll have to do some modifications, to your guns if you want to do this. You'll have to take, for this plastic laminate stock, you'll have to take a hole saw and drill a hole about that big around